Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is All-Rounder, episode number 4. We're at a new race here, and it's stage 1 of 5. We've got the role of teammate supporting team leader Brendan Rim. So we're putting in some kilometers at the front, trying to pick up the result for the day. We're at 16 of the 25 kilometers that we've led now. We'll need an additional 7 kilometers for exceptional, so we've made it to there. We'll get that 32 here soon, and then we'll be done with our work for the day. There it is. Extra kilometer for good measure. And now we can sit up. So we've got a little bit of a punchy finish on this one. And that's already worked out well for me once. I've got a little bit of a hill rating, so timing that right, you never know. We might be able to get a decent result here. But short term, long term, kind of what we're aiming for is, for one thing, I'm going to start using a lot of jump cuts. We're going to skip middle parts of stages or beginning of stages and kind of just get the ending. I want to progress relatively quickly in terms of episode length for the next little while. Reason being, there's not much going on until I gain a handful more levels. We're going to play that role of teammate for a good long while, or depending on the race, we'll get that role of join the breakaway. Either way, our excitement will not necessarily be at the finish line for a good long while. So for that, I'll make a number of jump cuts over these next couple of episodes, and we'll try to push through a season or two in a short period of time while we develop. Already approaching the end on this one, 25k to go. Just one rider out the back, but there's definitely some pace, and actually we're starting to see the field begin to shatter a little bit here, down to 76 at the moment in the peloton. And it's kind of looking like that gap might hold. 14k to go. See a lot of fatigue. Rim, the only one. Oh, he's on a -4 today. I'm probably actually going to do the best on the team today. But here's where you can really see how aggressive the AI is this year than last. So often in the past, this group would sit up and that group behind us would regain contact. But here we are with a few riders at the front continuing to ride really hard and damage the field. 5k. 4.5. Let's go ahead and use the gel. I'm in a strong position right now as we head towards the finish. 3k to go. We're about to hit that downhill. I've got a good downhill rating. I'm going to start my move forward. $1.4k. Come on now.
The riders are in a portion above 10%. And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first of the line today?
Oh, got caught up a little bit and not quite fast enough. In terms of energy expenditure, I timed it right. Just too low of a level. Figueiredo. All Portuguese, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of Portuguese riders here, of course. That is, as it's a home race for them. 17th is all I was able to pull off there.
We're waiting for the tailenders who continue to arrive.
Stage 2, and there's some interesting developments. First off, I've started to learn a little bit about a couple of my teammates, as in their ratings compared to mine. And, well, my ratings are tied to things that are very unimportant. Overall, my average is actually higher than even Brendan Rim, the team leader. I'm a 68 average, he's a 67 average. his attributes are just applied somewhere that's a little more useful, which is why he's getting team leadership. However, in that stage 1, time gaps were given. I was in the second group on the road. There was a few riders at the front who were given about a 9-second gap over my group, and then there was another gap just behind me. The third group is where Rim finished. He's still considered team leader, but now only co-leader, as I also now have the role of leader outsider, as the team's trying to get something GC wise. So all of a sudden, I have support of everyone on the team besides Rim and Beard, who's in the breakaway, still 40 seconds away, though their time is very much coming to an end here. Just about to bring them in. 1K before the sprint point. Beard goes for it, gets it. He's been actually taking the sprint points, K1 points. He's been getting all of that today over the other 2 guys in the group with him. And that's it. Breakaway done. 12K to go. I have lead out riders. I'm not much of a sprinter, but I'm not atrocious. 9K to go. Let's leave Beard out of this, but let's take these other guys. And let's see here. I'll have to look. I don't know anything. Torres, not too bad. So maybe we follow Torres. And follow these guys. Granigan and Holek. Okay, Holek already up here. That's good. We're going to have to start pushing right away. Let's get this over to the open space, please. Okay, what happened with Granigan? Oh, there you go. He found his way up here. Sweet. Still not quite in position, but as we're at 6K to go, we need to go flat out, Holek. You need to push through. There we go. Janish, Granigan still not in position. And 3K to go. Okay, and on to what to do with Granigan. Never really did anything here. Why? Come on, Janish. You are sprinting right now. Remember? Sprint? You know? Sprint? We're still 2 kilometers away, so some of these guys are going way too early. There's a decent lead out. Okay, 700 meters, but I've used a little bit of red bar. Now we can sprint all with myself in that proper place. At the front, this rider, number 25, totally cut me off. Finally squeezed through, but yeah, he blocked me completely. A little bit of a dick move there, but that happens all the time. That's why being in the right position at the front is always key. Otherwise, that happens quite frequently. Get a top 10 on the stage. I get 9th place. Torres, who was leading me out, I never did get up beside or past him, and he was out of red bar. So the fact that I wasn't able to get past that guy is the only thing that kept me out of the top 5 on the stage. I don't think I was going to win it, though. I'm not a sprinter. Not yet, anyway. I will be that jack of all trades eventually. But I'm still in a good position overall. 10th in the overall standings. Still 60 kilometers left in this stage, but the gap to the breakaway is getting larger and larger and larger. And I have a feeling that the breakaway is going to claim that victory today, most likely. And depending on what the time gaps are, it's 2.5 to Andrade. But other than that, Janish 3:44. We got a 2.5 here. 2 minutes to Monk. So if we don't bring it back within 2 minutes, the breakaway is going to take over the race lead. I'm only in 10th place overall, so there's no reason for myself to be the one chasing it down or my team chasing it down. So here's to hoping that it's going to come back, but the gap continues to grow. Those guys are going to move into the race lead, but Janish, hold on, let's check this again. Janish, what is your time? 3:44. He's about 5th or 6th. I think if anything, I should try to break away and see what happens. What do I have this for? I'm on a -3. I didn't even notice that. Okay, Beard and I are 17 seconds away. Let's put us both on relay 82. See what happens. Is the field gonna chase us down? It looks like they are. They care about us getting away, but they don't care about the breakaway having 17 minutes. Well, today is going to be that day. So Janish is now the team leader. I think he'll be 4th or 5th place. 7th. There you go, he's 7th. Chase is finally on, but there's only 21K to go. Stage is already done and dusted. We've got 9K to go. We're way behind. Yeah, that flipped the race. Got nothing left to ride for here. Yeah, that was pretty shocking that we gave the breakaway not only the stage victory, but the race. The race was handed over to the breakaway riders because now they have massive leads. I mean, they gained 14 minutes. And they are now the entirety of the top of the standings. They're top 13, which is the whole breakaway. So after the debacle that was stage number 3, here on stage 4, I've been given free reign to go in the breakaway as a free element, and it looks like I'm not being contested here. Let's give it a little acceleration just in case. Yeah, we're good. Okay, these guys weren't interested. So I do get 3 seconds. And that's important because of where my position was. I could easily move up to, well, 14th. on this stage
Happy with the breakaway.
by getting those handful of seconds, and maybe if we're lucky, the field will not take us seriously like they did with the other group, and we could go and claim a stage podium at least. But we'll see if that actually happens. It's only a 2-minute gap, so they are much more interested today in keeping us close. 3K to go, 2K to go. They've sped up for whatever reason. Probably because the field is a bit closer now.
We're already at the halfway stage.
There we go. Okay, so we gained 6 seconds. That's a pretty good boost. That's going to move us up quite a few spots.
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
Alright, so we're back out over 2 minutes. We've got a Category 4 climb coming up here in a little bit. I have 0 KOM points, so I'm not worried about that at all. But I do not want to get dropped. $2K to go to the top.
They really are moving.
No idea if either of these guys have any points. Neither of them have points, so 1K to go. If I simply ride to the front and cross the line first, gently, boss might be happy that I won the KOM on the day, right? Oh, Beard doesn't lead that classification anymore either. But with 5 points, I'm already up into 5th place. Alright, so holding at 2 minutes, 46 kilometers to go in the stage. We'll see what happens with these times, but I would imagine at this small of a gap, they'll definitely pull us back. I don't want to ride too hard and possibly get dropped by the peloton, as I am trying to improve my position in the general standings and kind of get back into it a little bit. Not sure what stage 5 brings. I didn't bother looking at the profile, just going out and racing day by day. Okay, we're under a minute. These guys are attacking, and
There's some that just can't keep up. There are gaps beginning to appear at the rear.
I'm just gonna sit up. I'll go ahead and sit up, let them go. I'm not worried about staying up front any longer. Alright, so back into the peloton. 16K to go. I have no team support because the temporary leadership stuff is gone. As our position dropped after that craziness that was that last stage. And here we go, 6K to go. I do not have much energy left. The pace is pretty hot.
Finish to the finish line.
So I will definitely not be looking for a top finish. I just want to make sure I don't get dropped. Glad that was the only thing that resembles an uphill here. And here we go, 1K to go.
The riders are setting themselves up. Watch out, a team leader is falling behind. Well, nobody can dispute that win. It was very well.
Heiderscheid takes the win.
We're waiting for
I get 24th on the stage. But again, my position will be improved. It will definitely be improved. And let's see how much by. I don't think anyone lost time. Let's start with that. Just one rider. Oh, wait. There was a gap from 79th. Okay, so a few riders lost. So Janish is still 7th. but I moved up to 20th. So that did make a difference. Another 6 seconds would move me up to 16th. Wouldn't make much of a difference at this point, but see what stage 5 brings. Final 10 kilometers of the race, and I'm in a pretty good position here to either hang on to 20th overall, which is, well, I don't know, nothing, something. I think I'm, other than Janish, I'm the highest on the team, but that's not going to be much. Kind of looking, I was trying to see if I can get into a position to maybe escape off the front and go for a late break, but it seems unlikely. I was at an 81 with effort cursor up and I didn't move forward at all, which means I would have to take high 90s and I'd have to have a good sprint to be able to open a gap, and I just not going to be able to do that. So we're going to take it to the end here. 3K to go. There's a little downhill. This actually would be the time to try to attack. Downhill finish. Come on, 99, 99. Get in that strong position. There we go. 1K to go. This time I actually do get a good position for the sprint, but it's not going to be enough for a top 3. Just not a sprinter. Corbin Strong takes the stage. I will have, just outside of the top 10, 11th. There's some gaps there, but it's a sprint stage, so unlikely that they'd be given. But I love that they have updated when gaps are given, though. They're given when they, in the past, they weren't. Yeah, no gaps, just 4 riders out the back. Which means I should finish in 20th. I do. It's something. It's nothing. Will I even get any points? I get 19. 5th in KOM. Janish gets 7th overall. I do a whole race and get 19 points. And that's why it's really important that we picked up the training bonuses. Looks like I'm heading straight to the Tour de Normandy next. Little prologue and then a bunch of sprint stages, meaning none of it's going to favor me. So I'll be kind of zipping through some of those stages maybe. It'll depend on what our role is, what we can participate in. But that does it for this episode. We're late March. We're getting along here in this first season. We're level 4 already, which is awesome. We do have that one victory. I don't know how long it's going to be before we see a second. It could be a while. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.